Hello, Facebook. And hello, YouTube. And let's jump on Instagram and say hello to Instagram. Welcome back to the e-commerce round table. Today I want to discuss with you something that a lot of people come to me about. They're confused, they're lost, they have no idea what to do, where to start. The email sequence, the feared email sequence, right? Guys, gals, it's really not that difficult, okay? I think the problem is, and again, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with my hair. I'm growing everything out. I'm trying something new, and I'm in the awkward stages, so please forgive me. They're afraid. People come to me all the time. What do I do? What do I say in my email sequence? Do I add links? Do I make a 5-day? Do I make a 10-day? Do I just do a welcome? Do I make a, what do I do? I'm like, whoa. Okay, first of all, you're way overthinking it. Okay, the email sequence should be easy and it should be fun. Okay, it shouldn't be a daunting task. All right. The way I go about my email sequence, okay, and the key, all right, guys, the key, all right, here's the gold nugget, okay, to a good email sequence, to a solid email sequence, okay? Tell a good story. Story doesn't even have to be good, actually. Just tell any story. Tell a story, okay? Don't use your email sequence to sell a product. Let me say that again. Don't use your email sequence to sell a product. Okay, let that sink in. What are you doing? You are selling a story. Sell your story. And through your story, you are selling your product. Okay? And not by talking about the product, not by saying, oh, this is a great product and blah, blah, blah. No. Tell your story, and that product just so happened to be there. That product just so happened to save the day. That product just so happened to whatever. And here's a link. Check it out for yourself. Okay? Me personally, after the first 3 to 5 emails, I drop a link. And then from the 4th to the 6th email, or to the 10th or to the 20th or to whatever it is, there's a link. There's a link on every single email, okay? Because from my experience, all right, and this varies depending on the niche, depending on your story, depending on your email sequence, depending on your product, depending on your rapport with your customers, okay? I find that individual opens emails 7 to 9, not even 10, 7 to 9 times. If you're not engaging, if you suck, okay? If you're engaging, they love your story. They can't wait for the next email, okay? They look for your email, all right? I once had a guy tell me that he waits for my emails every morning before he goes into the office to help him brighten his day, right? And that was my camping niche email because it was funny, right? I put together a story, a 10-day story, which really I wrote. I didn't even write. I took my phone. Instagram's on my phone. I can't show you my phone physically. I took my phone and I hit the little dictate button and I started talking into the phone like this while I was driving, okay? And I started telling a funny story that actually happened to me while I was camping with some friends. They all got too drunk. They mixed up with the poison ivy. They were touching their face in their junk, and it ended up becoming like this huge. The next few weeks was hilarious because everyone was covered in poison. Anyways, that was my story. It actually happened, right? So I dictated that story. I just relived it, laughing to myself in my car while I was driving. And then when I went home, I emailed that to myself. I copied it. I pasted it into a notepad, or actually in Word. And I started taking out snippets and creating emails. Out of that, I made a 22-day series. Okay, and when someone tells you, oh, you make a 5-day email sequence, or you make a 10-day email sequence, honestly, if you have a list, your email sequence never ends. Never, ever, ever ends. Okay? Anyone that's brand new on your email sequence starts from email number 1. Anyone that's been in your emails, anyone that's been on your list, your email list for a year, for 2 years, right? They are on a continuous email. And really, guys, like I mentioned, it's not that hard. It's just little stupid stories. I like comedy. I like funny things. So all of my emails, all of my stories, I try to be funny. I try to appeal to the funny bone. That way, I feel, because if you appeal to funny and less drama, people tend to enjoy that more because their life is packed full of drama already. They don't want to hear your crap, right? So I try to make them laugh in my email sequence as best as possible. I might put an image or two in. Never more than one image per email, right? I don't want to throw off the way that they think, the way that they read. Okay, if I feel like an image will apply to that story and I can make them laugh, I could put them there. I could put them in my shoes, which is super important. Okay, when you're storytelling, if you could take that person, why are movies so awesome? Because they take that person and they put him in that situation, right? And then they start to feel those emotions. They start to connect with the character. Okay, that's what you want to do when you're creating your email sequences. You want your audience to connect with you. You don't want to just keep throwing products in their face. Buy this, buy this, buy this. No. Tell them about the time you bent over at work and your jeans ripped open, right? And you freaked out and you went home to change your pants and you saw something in the corner of your eye that reminded you of your childhood where the same thing kind of happened, and it so happened to be that product that you want everyone to check out, and you drop a link in, right? Don't sell the product, sell the story. And the product is within the story. It has something to do with the story. I was helping someone that was selling yoga equipment and wellness stuff. Okay, her top selling stuff was yoga mats. And when I asked her how the yoga, because the yoga mat was not the first thing that she started selling. Actually, it was incense. Okay, that was her top selling product. Then she started selling yoga mats like crazy, and I asked her what she did. What was the difference? Okay. She said that she just told a story about how she was in a yoga class and her yoga mat smelled like pee because her dog peed on it, and she had to deal with it the whole time while she's in class. And she wrote a 10-day sequence about how her stinky yoga mat and how her dog loves to pee on it no matter where she hides it, right? And she ends up selling a ton of these yoga mats. Not because she was selling the yoga mat, because she was selling the story of how the yoga mat was stinky and and how she kept shopping for more yoga mats but never bought any because she already has a bunch and But she would drop the links, right? This is the yoga mat I checked out this week. What do you guys think about it? Right? Not, hey, this is the yoga mat I'm selling this week. Go and buy it. No. Okay, sell your story. Be a funny person. Be a likable character. Okay, and if you don't want to tell a story about yourself, guys, there's been plenty of times where I've been sitting at a coffee shop, sitting at a restaurant, and watching people. All right, growing up, I've always considered myself a social scientist, where I like to sit back and kind of watch what people are doing, watch people walking by, watch them talking to each other, watch their body language. Super interesting stuff for me. There'd be times where I write stories about what I see out there. Okay, I saw a guy. I was in New York, and I saw a guy with his wife, and they were arguing who's gonna carry the baby next. I'm like, are you serious? I'm sitting there just having my bagel. I was eating a bagel, sitting on a bench. I think it was in Central Park. And I was just watching these people, and they were arguing who's going to carry the baby. I guess they forgot a stroller or something. I don't know. So I ended up writing a story about that. I don't know if you guys know, I have a e-commerce store that I'm selling baby stuff. Okay. So I wrote an email sequence about that. And I sold baby carriers and strollers, right, through the email sequence. So guys, it's been 10 minutes. I don't want to bore you, but like I said, okay, super important. The super gold nugget, the key to email sequence, okay? Don't overthink it. It's just be fun. All right? Sell a story. Tell a story. Okay, if you don't have a story, try to make one up. Okay? But don't lie. Don't lie to people. Make up a fun story, right? Like a movie, like you're writing a script. Okay? Those are all some of those movies are made up fun stories. Okay? What else am I going to leave you with? That's why they call the email sequence the soap opera sequence, right? Because you're telling a story. It's like and they also call it the Seinfeld sequence because you're telling a story. Okay, you're not just selling a product. I'm going to say it over and over 10 million times because you have to understand that. You will fail in emails. You will lose your email subscribers. They will all unsubscribe, or a lot will unsubscribe if you're just selling them stuff. All right. So that's it, guys. The email sequence really should not be that difficult. Me personally, I hate sitting down and typing it. Oh my God, day one. No. Like I said, I'll grab my phone and I'll start telling a story. I'll start dictating a story, something that happened to me that might relate to the product that I'm selling, or I might be able to use or plug that product in that I'm selling. Okay, guys? Don't overthink it. If you have questions, ask me. All right. You can find me in the e-commerce roundtable Facebook group. It's free to join. You can ask me questions here on YouTube. Free to join. But guys, don't let the email sequence scare you. There's a lot of money to be made in the email sequence. Actually, most people make their money through their emails. They bring their customers back through their emails. They retarget through their emails. Okay. They take polls through their emails. They get customer feedback through their emails. Super important. That's why the email list that you should be collecting emails under that certain niche that you're selling. Okay, don't commingle emails. You don't want an email list with 100 people that are buying survival stuff and then another 100 people that are buying bicycle stuff and then another 100 people that are buying baby stuff. Don't do that because then that list becomes useless. All right? If you separate that list from 100 people buying baby stuff, 100 people buying bicycle stuff, 100 people buying whatever, another 100 people buying whatever, guess what? Now you have 4 email lists that you can sell. Not sell, obviously. That would be unethical, at least in my mind. I'm not Facebook. But you can give people the rights to send emails to your list. It's called solo ads. People charge for that. Okay? You could charge people to send emails under that niche to your list. Okay? If you don't want to send emails yourself, you could still make money from your email list. Okay? There's several ways, not just sending emails to them. All right? Also, one last thing before I go. If you have a nice email list and you're considering doing Facebook ads, you can create a CSV file, I believe it is. It's not a CVS file. It might be. And then you can plug that into Facebook, and Facebook will target those people and people like those specifically. Again, that's why the email list is super powerful. All right, guys. I hope that was helpful. If this was helpful, please drop me a gold nugget, hashtag gold nugget. Also, if you're rewatching this, please drop me a hashtag replay. And again, ask your questions. Don't fear the email list. Utilize it. Put it in your toolbox and use it. All right, guys. Thanks again. This has been Paul Sumia with the e-commerce roundtable. If you feel like someone can get some use out of this, please share this video. Please like, please subscribe. And that way I know what I'm doing here and the value that I'm providing is actually helping you. And then that way I know that I should continue to do this for you. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you later. Oh, and for those of you that don't know, I'm building a funnel in the group. Okay, we're on day 3. The next live build is going to be day 3. Okay, it's an affiliate bridge page. It's starting to look really great. I was working on it last night. So day 3, we're going to go over a few more things, add our products, put together a little tiny email sequence. I'm going to show you how to do all that, and then we're going to launch this bad boy, and hopefully we're going to kill it, okay, because it's looking pretty good. I think our offer is pretty solid. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and you should too, okay? All right, guys, so I'll see you there. And again, this has been Paul Samia with the E-Commerce Roundtable. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching.